Hey everyone, what's up? It's Stanford Pro here. Alrighty, it's been a while since I've done just a regular video style thing, but we are moments away from 20,000 subscribers, which is insane to me, and so I figured, why not? Let's get back into video making. Let's see if I can actually stay interested long enough this time. So, what we're going to be doing for a while here is creating a coding template thing. And you can follow along if you want to learn about programming. I tried to do programming tutorials, but I get so bored of it. I really do. But I code all the time anyways, so why not record what I code? And yeah, if you want to follow along, you can. So all you really need is RPG Maker MZ or MV. It'll be a little bit different for MV though, so if you don't already know how to code, I don't recommend following this unless you do have MZ. Because while MV and MZ are like extremely similar, there are some differences. But yeah, so you're going to need VS Code and the RPG Maker that you want to code for. We're just going to open the project folder here, and we're going to create. Do we want to go TypeScript? Nah, we don't need to go TypeScript. Or no, let's just go OG. Then again, yeah, no, TypeScript, honestly, it's cool. It's modern, but it's not needed for RPG Maker. So yeah, we'll just go OG. So we'll say, I wonder what we want to call it though. You know what, let's just call it SRC. Yeah, we'll just call it SRC. All right. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Indecisive for the win. This is pretty much my coding life, by the way. This is how I, this is how I work. I'm like, do I do this or do that? What order should we start in? All right, you know what? Shader loader.js. We'll create that file. And we will also create hooker. No, stop. Okay, we'll also create opencanvas.js. And I think I want to write a node script here. This is going to be compiler.js. fs equals require fs const watch water what watch dir equals process dot argv2. Just make sure it's working. Watch dir. What? Oh yeah, okay. Okay, that should work actually. All right. fs.watch dir. Nope. Oh yeah. First we need to read the directory. So we'll set an interval actually. I know you can do like a watch file thing, but file list equals that. We want to make it an object instead of an array because that is much more efficient. Let me explain what I mean by that, just because. All right, so if you have a large map, right? Let's say width is 50 tiles, height is 50 tiles. Instead of saying like for let I, well, hold on, let's just go ahead and create the tiles first. So I love how like I just completely got sidetracked. ADHD for the win. But yeah, I feel like this is kind of important to explain though. So yes, it's not normal to do it this way, but it's far more efficient. And I don't care what anybody says. If you disagree, you're wrong. So let me show you why. 0 is less than width, I++. I'm just going to create the tiles array, all right? And show you why this is bad. J is less than height, J++. Let's say tiles.push. J times 48. This is going to be like the X position, say I times 48, not that. Y is going to be J times 48. 90? Oh, yeah. All right, so if we console log this, you'll see we get an error because, oh, yeah, that. So yeah, all these are here, right? So let's say you had the player, right? X, let's say he's at X15, Y15. You know what? We're actually just going to get rid of the multiplier as well for now to make it easier. All right. Now, if you wanted to check and see what area the player is in, right? So, like, let's say we want to check and see if he's within a radius, like, okay, let's say we want to check and see his location, right? So he's at 1515, but we want to set a radius to scan around him. Or even shapes. So, like, if you wanted to do, like, cone shape scanning, you can do stuff like that. That would get really complicated with a regular array. So, you would have to do tiles.map, tile, and then you would say const radius equals blah, blah, blah. Anyway, you would do, like, a large script to check. But if you put the tiles in like an object, right? Instead of pushing the thing, you can actually use JavaScript's naming, like, object name feature. So you can say tiles, and then in between the tilde symbol thingy, you can put the variables j, x, I. Or, well, I always do it backwards because I'm used to the, like, vertical scanning first thing. But anyway, point is, now we have this kind of setup. And then it looks like nothing. I think we just need to do var, right? Oh, no, duh. I didn't actually give it a value. All right, so we're just going to give it a value. We'll say, yes, there's a tile there. You can even use this as a form of collision. So we'll do this. Collide false. Wall, math.random. We'll say the tile, right? Tile ID, math.random times 86, I don't know, some arbitrary number. And now, all of these represent the x and y. So, we'll just say 1 plus, since, no, we don't need to. It's 0, 0, 49, 49, that works, okay. So now, all we have to do, okay, and this is the cool part. If player.x, hold on, let's, const location string is equal to player.x, x, player.y, right? Did I get rid of the player thing? Hold on, my ferret says hi. Hey, baby. What you doing, girl? Alright, yes, I know. You want to make a cameo in YouTube. Hey, baby. Yeah, my girl. Oh, you want freshies, don't you? You want fresh food? I got you, baby. Alrighty. So, let's see. Player. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, now we have the player X and player 15, right? So now we no longer have to map all of those tiles. We can literally just call from the location string, right? So we can say console.log, and we can get the tile information that the player is on in one single line without ever iterating through like a million tiles. So tiles loc string, and we will get, boom, the tile that he is at right there. Tile ID is 22, blah, blah, blah. The X and Y location, all of it immediately stored. So now all we have to do is iterate, like, to scan the tiles around, all we have to do is iterate from the character's location subtracted by the radius, sine, cosine, and all that stuff. So let me show you what I mean by that. So if we want to check within a 5 tile radius, right? Let's say radius equals 5. So then we're going to say start equals, do I do sine and cosine? We don't have to. It'll just be like a square scan. Yeah, we don't have to do that. Yeah, all right, we'll just do that then. Start equals player.x. We're going to make a little 2D, or not 2D array, just a little array here. Minus radius, player.y minus radius. And we're going to make an endpoint, which is the plus instead of minus. Now, just like we did before, instead of iterating through the entire thing using map, like especially for large maps, if you have like a 7,000 by 7,000 giant open world map, using an array for the tiles would be a tremendously bad idea. Like, you don't want to do that at all. And yes, arguably you can create an algorithm to tell you where to start and where to end using a regular array, but why? Why? Don't work smarter, dude, not harder. That'd be like a giant waste of time. Anyway, so we're gonna start at 0. I is less than end 0, I plus plus. So this is the x position, and then, you know what, well, I'll make it easier. I'll just say x and y. I love how like I still turn this into a tutorial. Like, it's just in my blood, dude. Equals start 1. Y is less than end 1. Y plus plus. Now, all we have to do is say, you know what, let's throw all these into an end result. So resulting tiles equals that plus the circumference of a hooker. All right. Now all we have to do though is say if, or you know what, resulting tiles dot push. We're not even doing a condition. We're just going to push it into the thing. Tiles, and then it would be x, y. And we're going to result that. So console.log, resulting tiles. So this is the tiles. All these tiles are within the 5 by 5 square radius around the player. We can do a 1 to make it, well, just the 4 tiles around them. Left, right, bottom, up. And if you want, you could even do like a full-on 9 tile square here. I think. Yeah, my brain. All right. But yeah, so you see what I mean? Instead of mapping through the entire thing. So let's say we have a huge, humongous world. Say 5,000 by 5,000. This is going to take a minute to create, much less iterate through every dang actor. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just for the player that you would have to iterate using the regular method, or at least use some kind of random algorithm. It's a waste of CPU. So, this is definitely the best way to do it. So I'm going to give the player a random x and y. Math.floor, math.random times 5,000. So we don't even know where the player's x and y is. It's going to take a minute. Once it creates it, we're going to scan a 2x2 around where that tile is. So, like I said, this is going to take a hot minute to create, because 5,000 times 5,000 is holy banana nipples. That's way too much. All right, 500 by 500, much easier. And it's undefined. Why is it undefined? Oh, yeah, because we did not do the thing. What? Anyway, this is like going beyond the point that I wanted to make. Yeah, he's at 133. Oh, yeah, because I did 5,000. I forgot to change this. So he's going like way above the 500 by 500. But yeah, there we go. Anyway, point is, insane large map, very, very efficient way. So, yeah. So that's why I'm putting the file list in an object instead of an array. Actually, no, that's incorrect, because it's not going to matter in this case. Output equals process RB3. See, now don't confuse myself. Oh yeah, interval. You know what? We will do this in a regular array. Fs.read dir. Watch dir. A dir. Stop. I think I just come up with a really cool idea. Oh yeah, dude. Check this out. This is gonna be swag, dude. Modules. Modules. Alright, so yeah, modules. We're gonna put open canvas and shader loader up in there. And we're just gonna put index.js for the main thing. Hooker. Stop. So I'm just gonna put $rec. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. You gotta check yourself before you wreck yourself. Stop. We're gonna say open canvas and rec shader loader. Why am I doing this? I don't know. Like I said, I mean, I didn't really go into this video like planning to be super productive. I just wanted to record. Brain. All right. So we're going to say fs.read file, and that is going to be file. Watch dir plus. No, you know what? Nobody uses plus anymore. There we go. Actually, they do. That's wrong. / index.js. ERR data. If error, what? Console.log lol you stoop throw error. Generally, it's not, you know, a good idea to do it that way, but okay, good. There's no errors. We're gonna turn this into UTF-8, and we're gonna say my nipple itches. My brain just is like not happening right now, dude. Const data that equals boy. Stop. Data got replace. See if I can do this without going to regular expression, regex 101. Let's see. Got this. I believe in the heart of the cards. Not really. Because if cards had hearts, that would be disgusting and they'd be bloody. Also, you may notice I'm in a slightly better mood, and that's because I might have a really good job soon. I'm very excited for that. Anyway. Alright. $. Okay. That, wait. Rec. That. And whatever's in between. And it should be it, /G. A. B. AK. Oh gosh. This got gangster real fast. AK-47. Alright, let me see if this works. Yep, there we go. Alright, so it's grabbing this, and we're gonna say new code equals. Oh, wait. So if we return lol, for example, does it replace the entire thing? It should. Yes, it does. Okay, once new code equals fs.read file sync. We'll do a try catch here. Since we're returning it immediately, you do want to use synchronous code. Otherwise, you will return the data, but it's not going to change anything until this. Yeah. Anyway, long story about how that works. Okay. We'll do watch dir, see if I can brain this without ever going to Google. Watch dir / modules / son of a hooker. And then B. Oh yeah. So we'll say that or that, and then that or that. Okay, let me see. Console log B. Yeah, there we go. It worked. Amen. .js. .to string. UTF-8. Okay, and then we'll say return new code. Well, if not, we'll say it'll return a comment. Could not find module, and then we'll say B. So what is this doing? Teaching you about compilers? Not really. Kind of. All right. So yeah, we're requiring the open canvas code and whatnot. So now we could say class open canvas. You know what? We'll do this in an IIFE. We want to do this in an IIFE because we don't want the variables to override each other in our other modules that we import later on. So, open canvas, constructor, this.canvas equals document.create element canvas. This is sort of like using a browser, safe thing. TypeScript would probably be better. I don't know. Honestly, we're just here to have fun, not be productive. There it goes. So it is returning it properly. But, do I want it to dent the code properly as well? Nah, screw it. This is just going to be like a compiled thingy majigger anyways, so it's going to be pretty cool. This.ctx equals canvas, this.canvas.get context. This is going to allow us to draw using canvas 2D elements, but we're also going to write a method to convert it to a pixie texture, so we can actually turn it into an RPG Maker sprite later on. Why are we doing this? It's usually like if you're going to set up any kind of thing with masks or like shaders, like the water thing that I was doing, you want to dynamically draw info to the main texture that gets read by the shader code and all that. This comes in handy big time. All right, so we are going to say get, and this is going to be like return. Okay, yeah, okay, that's what it is. So this dot texture equals pixie dot texture dot from, capital T there. This needs to be new. This dot canvas. So it's going to be an empty texture by default. Now, with Pixie.js, it does cache your textures. So if you want to refresh the texture, the best way that I found about doing that without it like yelling at you, warning signs and all that, or just simply not working, is to delete the texture and then recreate it. So this dot texture dot delete. Generally, I really recommend using a try catch here, but it do be like that sometimes. And then we'll say this dot, well, right here, and then return this dot texture. We'll say width and height for the canvas. And we're going to make one more function, and it's going to be called clear. And instead of erasing the canvas, there's actually a trick that you can do. It actually doesn't really matter too much because when you change the width, it has like its own built-in function that sort of uses the same algorithm as clearrect anyways, but it's a lot cleaner as well to do this. So you're just going to set the canvas's width to itself. And for some reason that clears the canvas, which is cool. You know, works for us. All right. So we call this get texture. We'll just make a texture command and then All right, now. Now I'm going to leave shader loader alone for now. I'm just going to put these modules over here. Now in the compiler, I want to say fs.write file after all that. Output. And then data or dat. And then error, if there's an error, throw error. I'm keeping that usestoop thing up in there. So if we try this now, it's going to be an error. It's going to be like, yeah, well, we can't, you know, we gotta know the path. So if we say dot slash core dot we'll say like our plugin name. So we'll say, what are we going to call this? YouTube thing.js. And boom, it created YouTube thing.js with our compiled code. I do want to space it properly. So how I'm going to do that? I hope this works. This could be a disaster. Yeah, no. That could get way too complicated. Yeah, so never mind. If we want to format it, we'll just use a formatter. F that. What? Oh, right. Yeah, we don't need things like that there. So yeah, it's going to compile our code. And we're going to put that into our plugins folder. So we're just going to compile it directly to that. And we're going to set up a watch thing. So first, we're going to do js/plugins/ and it should put it right here in the plugins. Yep. Nice. Delete the old YouTube thing here. Should we create a watch? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we'll do that. fs dot watch file. Wait. You can do like an entire thing. Well, that's fine. So we'll do. I knew that. Yep. The stupid controller came unplugged again. Well, the cord for my headphones just yoinked magically. Like there's nothing even in here. They just like decided, oh, well, we're done setting up here. So anyway, the thing I have it, so this might be a little bit bootleg, but the way that I do this, and this is because, hilariously, the sound card in a PS5 controller actually is like a million. It's good, I swear. No, it's like a million times better than some jank like built-in thing that I have in the Dell here. And oh, it is so nice. Trust. Anyway, on to more important things like watching files. Okay, listener, current, stats. Okay, so we have current and then previous. C and then P, right? Console.log cp. So now we're going to watch for the changes. So every time we make a change to index, it should tell us the change. Here we go. I was going to say, like, what? Yeah. And we can say if it's the same thing, and if it is, hooray. New change. Give it a sec. False. So now, Well, we actually don't need any of that. We'll just do it like this. So now, every time we save changes here, it should automatically compile here. So this will delete in a few seconds. Yep, there we go. Is there like a way to make it faster? All right, you know what? We're not doing this without Google, so let's go. Interval, here we go. So the interval, all right. So there's an options thing right here. Just gonna do 1 second. So now it should be almost instant. So save that. Boom. Yep, there we go. Awesome. Hooray. Okay, so we got open canvas and shader loader here. The question is, what do I want to actually do? Well, first things first, I guess we'll go ahead and write the loader. Okay, you know what? This is going to be a constant. Equals class. We'll say new class. Constructor. And we'll say vertex shaders and frag shaders. And uniforms. This dot filter equals new pixie dot filter vert frag uniforms Do I want to do it this way, actually? No. What we'll do is this. We'll say load is the function here. Dagnabbit, type. Why can I not type? We'll just have like an empty constructor. Wait, do we need a constructor for... We probably do, so I'm just going to keep it here. All right, so instead of doing it this way, all right, what we want to do, we want to replace these things here. So we're going to say const vert is equal to, okay, we're going to need a loader though. Okay, so we're going to have to say get shader data source. And then see if we can do this without going to Google. See if we can do this from memory. XML equals new XML HTTP request. Wait. Yeah, there's no arguments in that, right? Yeah. XHR. And then XHR dot src. No, method. Let's look at the methods that it has. Yeah, no, F that. I'm looking at Google. Now, why are we not using fetch? Really? That's a good question, actually. I don't know. I just like XML HTTP requests. Let's see. Fetch. 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 Yeah, I know how that goes. Params directory, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's not helping me any. You know what? Developer.mozilla, you guys are cool, but the real homies are here at W3 Schools. Only because like they do the writing for you, and you don't have to do jack spot. No, stop. I am gonna change this though. This is like ancient stuff. XHR. I thought it looked funky in the trunky. Get, and then src, and then console.log xhr.response text. And let's test this out by doing get shader data, vert. Yeah, well, we don't need a console log that. Now, console.log load. Well, we don't need to do that either. Shader loader.load. And we'll say, let's just have test.vert. A little happy face. So this should be JS/plugins because the DOM rendering page. So it should be JS/plugins and then /test.vert. Anyway, once we figure this out, we will have a pretty cool template thing going on that we can just copy and paste. We don't have to. That did not work. Oh, yes, it did work. Duh. Yep. Okay, everything's there. And I'm just gonna bootleg run this. I think I got a cool idea. Get shader data is not defined. Oh, yeah. Oh, son of a hooker. This dot. Just gonna make it oversave here. Yeah. What? XML HTTP request is not defined. Oh yeah, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be in this, so we can't bootleg run it. Oh well. All right, we're just gonna run it this way then. JS syntax error, can uninitialize the laser, get parameter, not a type of WebGL program. What? Get program parameter. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, because I'm returning the filter thing. I need to get rid of that part. And now it's yelling at me. Oh yeah, because we did this. There we go. That. There we go. There it is. There's the shader code. That's so loud. Nearly shat my pants. All right. I could make this like read the files that it also imports. So if you change one of them, like it updates the change. But I don't want to make this thing too complicated for now. All right, now. We're gonna make a callback. Async. So this is gonna be an async function. We're gonna make a callback. And the callback will be not here because that's not. Okay, I need to get used to that. You know what? Here, you're going down here. Ooh, no, I kind of hate that. So we're just gonna close this file for now. We don't need to open it all times. That irked my soul a little bit there. Yeah, there we go. that. And console.log. Instead, we're just going to say callback data. So we'll say vert underscore vert. Vert, you're shouting again, vert. All right. The heck is that? You okay? It scared the crap out of me, dude. All right, so we want to get the default shader code. And mute the F out of this. There, nope, there we go. Much better. Pixie.filters.default. Man, okay. There it is. Default frag. So this is a frag. And let's actually make a shaders folder inside the core here. Shaders, which we're going to be loading the shaders from. And we'll say, we'll just call it, we'll make a simple shader before we end this one. Hue. So yeah, this is probably going to be a long video. Default.frag. I'm just going to call it default.frag. You probably won't have this error because I'm using like extensions and stuff, but don't worry about these. That's not actually an error. Yeah, you'll see. And then we're going to do the same thing here with the frag and underscore frag. And now we can actually put this dot filter. You know, we could like make a function that returns both of them, but nah, we don't need to. Probably would be a little bit cleaner, but anyway. So the reason we want to do it this way, instead of just using like the code pre-compiled and all that, is because you won't have to restart RPG Maker to see the changes. All you need to do is just reload the scene. That's it. So basically, it makes developing shaders a lot faster. It's just I've never really done this while also making like a template compiler thingy. So I'm just mostly in like questioning right now like what I want to do and how I want to do it. So we're also going to get the vertex. And we're gonna say default.vert. Yeah, I plan on doing a lot of like really fun and cool things with this. Matter of fact, I'm going to be working on another episode like immediately after this one, where we're going to be doing a cool displacement shader, I guess. Or we can probably do bloom. I don't know what we'll do yet, but it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so the filter vert frag uniforms. All right, now we can say no to drugs. Stop. Okay, so shaders, yeah, /hue /default.vert and default.frag, and we're going to pass our uniforms here. So the uniforms will be, we'll say delta, right? And we'll say it's 0. And ideally, this isn't the way you should really do this, but for now, I'm going to be setting an interval. And it's going to be like updating the delta every 60th of a second. So we're going to say you know, maybe it actually is better if we do it this way. Class, yeah, because that's going to create an inconsistency error. So class, yeah, shader loader. Const main shader equals new shader loader. I'm gonna try something. Const shader loader equals, and then class, and yo, this is swag. Okay, static. Yeah, this needs to be a static now, and as does this. Yo, does this works? Hold on, there's no way. Is this gonna give me an error? Yeah, data is not defined. Wait a minute. Vert frag line 29. What? Nah, that's not gonna work. All right. Wait, we don't need to. What am I doing? Ah! Okay, data is not defined. What? Oh, duh. I am not smart sometimes. XHR.response text. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, no, it didn't save the changes, though. All right. There we go. Okay, file not found. That is fine. Cannot load. Okay, what file is it trying to load? Why is it undefined? What? Default vert, right? Okay. Loaded vert. Okay, so it's not finding the file at all. I don't want to put it in, you know, we'll put it in effects. Why is it not finding the file? There we go. Wait, what? What's the second one then? Okay, effects/shaders/hue, default.vert and default.frag. Yeah, that's where they're at. So why is it undefined? Oh, man, I moved the wrong folder, dude. There we go. Now, hold on. Is that not updating? I know what I'm doing, I swear. Yeah, there's no set interval. It just stopped reading the file for some dang reason, so now... Whatever, that's weird. There we go. Okay, so it is working. Why did it stop reading? All right, you know what? F this watch file thing. We're gonna do it this way. Var old file equals null, var new file equals 0, just so it's different already. Interval, and we'll say every 1 second. So yeah, we don't need the watch file anymore for now. Get rid of that. So it should just run, yeah, and then, okay. Const, wait, yeah, const check equals, and then we'll say set interval after that. if old file is not equal to we'll say data, old file equals data. No, we'll do it this way. New file equals data. Yeah, and then now it should compile every dang time we change it. Yes, it does. Nice. And unlike before, this won't. It's a little bit redundant and kind of weird, but who cares? It works. All right, so now we're gonna give a callback here on the shader load. So instead of this dot filter, we're gonna say this is gonna be async since it's using async code. Oh, I did it again, son of a. All right, async. This is gonna be. Wait, it's saving anyways. Oh, I'm dumb sometimes. There we go. That's good that we messed up because it showed us something that we did wrong. Why am I still here? I don't know. All right. I'm having way too much fun with this. Frag uniforms and then the callback. Yeah. Equals that. Callback shader. I don't know why I called it filter. It's not a filter. It is a filter. It's also a shader. It's a fader. Darth Vader. Darth shader. Stop. All right. Okay, so now we got to render the changes here. Rendering. Yeah, dude. All right. This is the bad idea. Yeah, that's a horrible idea. Okay, but it is working. So we'll say dot delta plus equals math.pi divided by 60. Now, instead of doing this every frame, it's actually a good idea to make it like a one-time thing because division is hard on a CPU in comparison to other math, apparently. This is just bullcrap that I am sharing. That is, it makes sense, right? It does. All right, now we're actually going to do something with the shader. What are we going to do? Yes. All right, so we're going to go over to our fragment shader. We don't need to mess with the thingy thing. Yo. Oh, that's cool. We can actually like compile even the shaders with it. That's later. Anyway. We're going to say something simple. So gl frag color dot RGB plus equals sign delta gl frag color dot RGB equals mod gl frag color dot RGB 1 point. Okay, actually, this is going to be a vec3. We need to do each color separately. G, B. So basically, this is just going to make like a weird, each color gets brighter, and then it just goes back to 0. So it's going to be extremely weird. Float delta. But we're just going to use this to see if it works. Now, the shader itself isn't going to function yet because I am big brain. So let's just do this. Scene title, what? Dang it. Equals class extends. I am all over the place right now, dude. Scene title. So we're going to overwrite the scene title thing. Super, we're going to say start, super.start, not sputter, but, you know, sputter, whatever the heck we typed there. It corrected us, but this.filters equals, and then we'll say shader, right? And then update, we'll just have the thing update here instead, super.update. All right, we can get rid of the set interval now. All right, so here we go. Upon scene title loading, it should... Okay, we have a syntax error somewhere. Can initialize shader. Oh, right. All right, and that is because, why is test upward still here? All right, that is because we need to make this a vec4. So vec4 color is going to be equal to that out of here, and then we'll say glfrag color equals color, and then what? Oh, yeah, no thing there. But now we change shader code and nope, never mind. All right, so yeah, now it is, you can hear it, it is rendering, but it's not. Plus sign delta. Oh, right, because it's always going to be like a very high number. So we'll say divided by 255. And there needs to be a point in GL code. It does need to be Mr. Carpets of a Hooker. Why is it doing... Oh, duh. We just need to set it equal to, and then we don't need like that. Vec3. All right, we'll just have like one major color, right? Here, let's do it this way. Plus sign, no, this needs to be sign delta times glfrag color R. So this already should start looking weird. Nani? What? Okay, let's try modifying only one color at a time. Yeah, that's what it should have been doing. So let's turn this into an absolute value. And let's say times color.r. Wait, we were using glfrag color, weren't we? That's why. Yeah. GB equals GB. Let's try that. Oh, that's so dang cool. So yeah, in theory, we should be able to save changes to the shader now, reload the scene, and nothing happens. Oh, right. That's because we are doing this all wrong. This needs to be outside of here. And this needs to go in here. So yeah, we'll say like that. Shader is not defined? What are you talking about? Where? Oh, yeah. Okay. If this dot... Oh, yeah, we can say this then. We'll do... What the hooker? Oh, yeah, I was in the Japanese keyboard. This dot filter 0 uniforms. So that's a little bit of a stank way to do it. So we'll definitely be cleaning that up later on. We need to wait till it gets created as well. And I'll show you like a better way to do all that here soon. But yeah. So now, whenever we save changes to the shader, reload it, and we don't have to like reload the whole thing anymore. So all we gotta do is reload the scene times color.rgb. So this is gonna get real hippie. I still reload out of habit anyway. So yeah, doing this, we made a hypnotic like color cycle thing. So I guess I should put a seizure warning. Yeah, I'll put it at the beginning. Anyway, so yeah, let's just say, divided by color.g times color.b. You know, just like play around with it and see what it does. Anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. Oh, that is so freaking cool, dude. Now we can actually, I want to do one more thing. We're going to say mix color and color 2. So what, I'm actually going to do this now. Vec2 plus, we'll say, we'll just do cosine color.r times vtexturecore.x. So, you know, just something like that. And then we'll do sine color.g times vtexturecore.y. And you're going to see some trippy stuff. Look at that. Ah, that's so freaking cool, dude. I am easily entertained. Look at that. That's so freaking awesome, dude. And eventually it's just going to get like a completely white page. Alright, I want to do like one more thing and then I will call it. But this is just too freaking fun, dude. So we're just going to ignore the green channel and the one thing and use RRB. But yeah, you can see like there's so much you can do with this. It's so freaking sweet. And yeah, now that we have our little template, we're going to make some pretty cool videos in the future. Alrighty. Until then, I'll see you guys later. And holy hooker, this has been an hour. Bye, guys.